Hello there, YouTube. We are back with some more matchplay commentary for y'all. I'm joined by the brother from another mother, the highwayman himself, TJ.
That was my true combo. No one ever expects it. It's my equivalent to floating like a butterfly and stinging like a bee, but it's a lot cooler, in my opinion.
I agree. But we are back with some more EX-06 Matchplay for you guys. These were filmed over at Dean's Dugout, which is the local card shop that we go to every Sunday for Digi. Pop off at about 12:30. Great mom and pop shop located in Illinois. So if you're in the Chicagoland area, either want to check the store out or play some Digi with us. Like I said, we're there every Sunday. In today's matchup, we've got Arby playing the new 7 Great Demon Lords deck, going up against Steven, who's been rocking the Virus Imperial deck, which has been honestly pretty slept on, I think. Well, not slept on. I think people definitely know what it's doing now, and it's definitely like a fun deck. It can do some crazy things, so should be an interesting matchup. Yeah.
It's a fun deck that can explode. They can be very, very meta.
Yes.
They're high rolls.
I remember playing against it in Peoria Regionals twice, and I remember like round 1, they were just like, we're just gonna swing for like everything. I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
well, that happened.
It's very cool.
But yeah, it's definitely an interesting one. So hopefully you guys do enjoy it. A couple things before we hop into the round itself. If you like our content, you like what you see, and you want to keep supporting the channel, please do consider hitting that like and subscribe button. We would greatly appreciate it. And lastly, do check out our socials, which will be linked down in the video description below. Has our Twitter, our Discord, our Instagram, all of that good stuff. As I've said in previous videos, you know, I know a lot of folks are definitely asking for deck lists and like photos of what players are playing, which we totally hear you guys on that. The best way to get it would be honestly just through the Discord. Getting it at locals has always been a little bit hectic, so we do have the names of each player playing on the videos, so just find them, ping them on Discord, and we'll get you hooked up with them, and you can find the deck list. So let us know. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and let's hop right into the round.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this because I know Arby was wanting to run a different variant of 7 Great Demon Lords that it feels like most people in the area were wanting to run. I know a lot of people are on the 4 gates with the one. There's a couple of dice rolls there. Are on the 4 gates with the 1 Yggdrasil, which basically, for anyone who doesn't know, the Yggdrasil version of the deck basically turns it into a Mega Zoo, where it shuts off a couple of your cards because you can't Evo. But you are still able to just drop things pretty freely and get a little bit crazy with it. Now, this is Arby's first time playing the deck, and it is, I believe, Steven's first time seeing it. So, you know, there will be some text reading going on, everything like that, as people kind of get used to everything.
And to be fair, too, like, this deck just has so many effects that pop off that even if you're, like, well-versed, it's probably going to take a little bit to...
Rio is very well versed in the deck already, and he's only getting better with it. Shout out to you, buddy. But he cooked me. He cooked the ever living.
So you entered the 7 gates of hell.
Oh, I did. I went all the way down to the bottom, brother. It was rough. It was a rough night. But it's really cool. I know how most of it works. So I'll try and explain it as we go. Yeah. So. That's the whole thing.
All right, so we see a Lucy from the new set, which essentially says you can reduce the play cost by 5 if you don't have anything on the field. I think if you don't have
it's a level 5 or lower.
Level 5 or lower. Yeah.
Digimon on the field, then you can
unless you search top 3 and pick up a piece essentially.
Yeah, you grab 1 card with the 3 Great Angel Archangel 3 Great Angels trait, or 1 card with 7 Demon Lords trait, I believe, or 7 Great Demon Lords rather. I'll double check the text on it.
It's nice to see new Lucy cards because it's been a hot minute.
Yeah, it's cool that it's finally actually getting its own deck come BT. I guess version 2.0 for us.
I know you and Rio are definitely my Arby.
Oh yeah, we were already cooking stuff. So start of main, he's resolving because Lucimon is on play and start of main, so he adds 1 card with the 7 Great Demon Lords trait, and then trashes the rest. So he'll grab the Leviathan X and then trash the Leviathan and the other one. Gate effect will let him tuck another egg, and then he'll go ahead and pop the Lucimon. and then he'll slot in a 7 Demon Lord using the gate effect.
Gotcha.
And this is what's brutal about this deck. This is why it's so much faster than Royal Knights. So first things first is that each gate inheritable is reducing play cost by 3. And when you have a total of 5 Digivolution cards with different names, it doesn't matter whether they're a Digitama or a Digimon. They just have to be Digivolution cards with different names. You then reduce the play cost by 4 instead of 3. So all of a sudden it just jumps up like you have a whole extra egg under there. It's crazy.
Gosh.
And at the moment, Arby is already at 4 different names. Because the other gates, like once you have like a gate counts itself.
Sure.
So he has a gate, Yggdrasil, Lucy, and Leviathan. So play the creepy there for reducing the cost by 6. And we'll pop the Vmon. It just pops. It's just on play, pops the lowest DP, and then creepy does just sit there and say, "Hey, I'm a big blocker, and if you remove me, as long as it's not by battle, I am gonna go ahead and just tuck a 7 Great Demon Lord trait card from my trash."
So walk my monkey brain through how he reduces by 6.
2 gates. Both reducing by 3 right now. They reduced by 3.
Gotcha.
It's not like Yggdrasil, where Yggdrasil reduces by like 4 base and then by 1 for every source. It goes off of the inheritable to reduce. The gate itself, the actual card text on it has start of main phase effect and end of opponent's turn effect. Which the start of main phase is the one where it pops all of your Digimon and then places a card under. And then the end of opponent's turn effect is the one that lets you go ahead and play out a Gudo.
Gotcha.
Once you have 7 or basically, and this is the other messed up thing with gate too, where gate for the end of opponent's turn effect, it just looks for 7 or more Digivolution cards with different names. It doesn't care whether it's Demon Lord or not.
Sure.
So Yggdrasil, the options that have 7 Great Demon Lords and traits, if you place those under there, because gate can just place the options, it doesn't look for Digimon, it just looks for a card with that in traits. It gets crazy. Sorry, but while I was explaining
crazy, though, we see a crazy board state by Steven, as we've been sort of just like talking about 7 Great Demon Lords. He's been able to build up a pretty wide board state. And he's been doing sort of what Virus Imperial wants to do, which is sort of like play out your lower end bodies, just find your pieces, use them to chip potentially and get some early checks in, or just continue searching. Because essentially you want to just set up your trash so that when you start to do your like evos, you can start to sort of ping pong and bounce off that way. And I think he's been doing a pretty decent job at setting up. He's got a memory setter on board. He's got bodies out on the field ready to go, and he's got a Dino Bee, which is always pretty good for like partition sakes and just playing stuff back out again. Yeah. So he's doing pretty good right now.
Yeah, he's got a good board state. I know I was so wrapped up in Demon Lord talk, I didn't see how everything resolved, but
he was still he was doing a pretty decent job at it.
Okay.
I didn't catch anything that was too off.
A little goofy. I know he's been playing normal Imperial for a while now. I think this is the first time I've seen him play Virus Imperial. So
I played him at Sully's last week, and he definitely
doing good with it.
Yeah, he was stringing together a lot of stuff. It was a good back and forth between me and him.
Okay, nice. So Arby will be able to play the Lucemon for 1 because right now he has 5 or more different names, so he's able to reduce by 12.
And then we'll play
the Biting Crush.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I don't think Arby has an Agudamon in trash just yet.
I didn't see one, no.
So he unfortunately does not have his end of opponent's turn effect online right now.
Okay, so we see Steven play out a Wormmon, which will allow him to pick up 1 in trash run. So pitches a worm and picks up, I believe it's a Shadramon. Goes into said Shadramon. And
Shadra will let him play out.
Goes out and plays a Wormmon suspended. Wormmon effect allows him to go into another Shadra for a reduced cost of 1, which then lets him play out Vmon.
So you then pitch a card to draw 2.
I believe it's something like that, right? Dino Bee and draws 2. Goes into a Vmon in the back for free. And then does choose to Jogress here with the 2 Shadramons and goes into another Dino Bee. Dino Bee effect lets him play out Imperialdramon. And this is where things can potentially start to get a little bit nutty, because now we start to see those level 5s on board.
He's got so many inheritable.
Yeah. And he looks like he's gonna do it. We'll do it with the old Dino Beast stack. To go into the new, not the new one, but the old red purple Imperialdramon dragon mode. Uses effect to swing, and then when attacking, he could go into the fighter mode, which is what he's going to be doing here. For reduced cost of 2, bounces the dragon mode to bottom of the deck to go ahead, and I forget what it does on that. I think it just gives it extra DP.
The fighter mode?
Yeah.
Check. I'm gonna look real quick. So as Evo, return one Imperialdramon Dragon mode from its sources to the bottom of its owner's deck to prevent your opponent's security effects from activating.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. It does 3 checks off of that, and doesn't activate options, and then just passes turn over to 2. So Arby is able to.
So this is a cool thing. Yeah. So the Lucamon will, when it would leave the battle area, he can bottom deck a Lucamon from his sources or from his trash to go ahead and play out either a Lucamon Satan mode, which we don't have yet, or a level 6 Digimon card with 7 Great Demon Lords and traits. So he'll play out the Leviathan X here because he cannot play out anything else, and then he'll finish resolving the Gates effect to go ahead and place under the Belphegor sleep mode. He's reducing by a bunch right now, but his hand's also kind of stuck a little bit. Leviathan X cannot swing.
Oh, that's a lot of options there.
Yeah, he's really coming up with options. He can play Barba, which will help him trim down his opponent's hand a little bit, but won't do much else.
I love that alt art for Barba. He's like an old man.
Yeah, he's just laughing, cackling, much like I do. Me and him are very, we feel the same.
You guys connect?
Yeah, big noses, nice beards. He has long hair, which I used to have long hair, so.
Yeah, beautiful hair.
It's kind of cool. I did.
You're still beautiful, though.
I might just start making thumbnails of me with hair, with just different hairstyles. Okay, we'll play a Lucamon here. We'll reveal top 3. We'll trash. We'll add the creepy to hand. But I think that's just game. I don't think. Okay, end of turn. Okay, he's gonna use the Lucamon effect to place a level 6 into security. Go ahead and Evo into a Chaos mode without paying the cost. Chaos mode on Evo will basically give Steven the choice to either delete a Digimon or Tamer. Otherwise, Arby will be able to. Yeah, trash top card of Steven's security and recover 1.
Like you said, I mean, he's looking at a pretty just like gamed board state right here.
Yeah, I mean, he's got Sec +1 from the tie. I think he has Sec +1 from the. I think the Paladra gives Sec +1 as well. He'll do 3
checks, yeah.
Yeah, so that fighter mode's a big guy. And even if it dies, he'll still be able to spit out a Vmon and a Wormmon, I believe. I think he spits out both. And the Shadra will also spit ones out too.
Yeah.
So he'll see the whole of the board state again.
Does die. Swings the Imperial.
Would die to the Rage mode. He would have swung and suspended both of those, so they're just resolving that because he had the 2 BT16 Wormmons there. And then just swing down a big for game.
Nice.
Yeah, not seeing Agudo was tough. That was rough for. And Arby did a lot of search too. It wasn't like he was like lacking on search or anything like that.
I don't think there were any like
Lucamons.
Well, I don't think there'd be either like poor plays or like suboptimal plays on Arby's end. Like nothing that really stood out to me, at least from what I was watching. It just didn't find the Agudo. I just didn't see it.
I think did he mill the cards when he played the creepy and popped the rookie earlier? I didn't see that part.
I didn't see that. I don't remember.
I was so busy talking about what was happening. I didn't. Well, basically, anyway. So when creepy pops something, you mill a number of cards from the top of your deck equal to the level of the Digimon popped. So he should have milled 3 off of that, which I don't know if he did or not.
Creepy
I missed
pretty
that
good.
Part, unfortunately. Yeah, creepy is annoyingly good. It is definitely. It and Bielsa are like your main like boys for keeping you alive during the game until you get everything set up.
Right. All right, so into game 2. Looks like Arby's just gonna keep, as does Steven. So let's kick it off.
Arby will hatch. He'll place in the Aegis cylinder. I think. Did he shuffle his eggs?
I don't know.
I guess he kind of had to place him back in a weird way because of everything else going on. We'll just go ahead and play a Mist. We'll trash 2 and then draw 1. Does trash a rival, so he'll just place that into his battle area. Steven plays an EX-03 Wormmon.
So here he decides he's debating who he wants to pick up. Does end up picking up. Ooh.
Kind of tough spot. I think he's debating on the rookie Evo in the back or the level 4.
Does pick up the rookie. Bottom decks the Shadra. Interesting.
And then trashes one. Yeah.
That's fair. Goes into Shadra to play the Vmon back out. Pitches a Imperialdramon and draws 2.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good setup.
Yeah.
Good first turn. Arby's hand is looking a little wonky right now. He's only reducing by 3 because he keeps on getting that Yggdrasil first, which is kind of slowing him down at the moment.
Debating if he wants to utilize the Mist Mem, which looks like he will. So he will gain 2 memory, going to 4, and then plays out the new Demon Lord option for a 4 cost, which allows him to essentially slide something from trash underneath.
Yep. And then it has a delay effect of whenever his...
Oh, there's a pretty Agudo.
Yeah, so he'll play the... Yeah, you pitch the Agudo, and then you draw 2. Which he does, so he's all good. And then that Demon Lord option basically has a delay effect of one of his Digimon with the 7 Demon Lord's trait is deleted. He can delay, pop it, and then play 1 7 Demon Lord's trait Digimon card from the Digivolution cards of his 7 of his gate, basically.
Right. All right. So Steven goes ahead and just swings with the Shadra. Does die to a new EX-06 Lucy.
And I think that Vmon should be unsuspended, no? Or did that's the one.
Yeah, it should be unsuspended. I don't think he swung at anything yet.
No, and I think he played it earlier off of Shadra.
Does end up just passing turn for tie.
Passes 4. Okay, that is pretty tough. Gate will slide another egg under. We'll pop the sister, and then there's no Demon Lord to tuck, unfortunately. We can't use his option because it wasn't a 7 Great Demon Lords that was deleted. Arby is reducing by 6.
Well, okay. We'll proc.
Okay, so he should not be able to do that.
I was gonna say, wait, you can't do that though, right?
No, it has to be a Digimon with 7 Great Demon Lords trait that would be deleted in order to use it. And sister is unfortunately not a Demon Lord.
In an alternate universe, maybe.
Yeah.
But okay, so we do see some effects resolved.
Yeah. So basically,
would essentially pop board at that point.
Yeah. Levia will trash a card. He trashes 1 card. And then he can bottom deck 3 Digivolution cards from one of his opponent's Digimon. And then if they have as many or fewer total Digimon and Tamers, delete one of their Digimon with no Digivolution cards. And then he just played a pummel whack to pop the other one.
That's an interesting effect off of Levia. Not really sure how often it comes up. I'm sure it'll come up eventually, here and there.
It's good.
But,
it's good.
I mean, Sword Strip in general is just still pretty good.
The thing is, it's an all turns effect. So he sees himself the same way like the EX4 Gaomon.
Sure.
Or Gaussmon sees itself on play.
Yeah.
It also just works if you play another Demon Lord. So it can work in the Mega Zoo version of the deck very, very well.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So we see
pretty scary.
Steven played out a Wormmon and then goes into Shadra for a reduced cost of 1, which then plays out a EX-03 Wormmon and just chokes Arby to 1.
Yeah, pitching the creepy was tough earlier though. That is, or was that just out of security? Okay, so start a main. Tuck an egg. Pop the Levia. Levia will all turns effect when we leave the battle area. You can place 1 card from his trash to the bottom Digivolution card, and then
also pretty good.
Levia will pop, and then he'll play something with the gate effect. They use a boost to go up to 3. He's reducing by 9 right now. He has 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 4 different. Yeah, so he's reducing by 9. So he'll play a Pummel Whack, pop level 4 lower, so he'll pop the Shadra. And then I think he just play the Levia for the 4. And he'll play, interesting, Lucy for 4.
So can choose to delete. So Steven does end up popping the Wormmon, and Arby passes him over at 4. All right, so we see a Vmon. Could pitch a... I forget what that card's called.
It was a Shadra.
Shadra. Okay. And then...
It was just the straight purple one from EX3.
Gotcha. Does end up hard evoing into a Shadra, which then lets him play out a Worm, which then lets him do that. Then goes into Dino B, which will then allow him to play out Paio. Okay, yep. Things are happening.
You can choose to swing with Rush, but he will... So he'll give Rush to the Vmon. Yeah. Give a Rush. Okay, so it swings. And then he'll Paildra effect to go ahead and DNA. Into a Dragon Mode. Dragon Mode will Blitz, I believe, right?
And then on Blitz, he will go ahead and... Looks like he's got it. So he does go into the Fighter Mode. At least that's what he set up.
Suspends that.
And then
into it.
Bottom decks the Dragon Mode, so no options will go out, and swings for the remaining checks. And that's that.
Yep. Okay, so Lucy effect will activate here. Arby will choose not to resolve the all turns, it looks like.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay,
so
no, he's gonna
like,
do it. Yeah.
There we go.
I think that's the smarter thing to do here. Because he'll be able to put that Lucy at the bottom of his deck, and then he'll be able to play out a level 6 Demon Lord, which he'll just play out the Creepy, which Creepy will just pop the lowest DP.
So he will attempt to pop the Dragon Mode. He's able to play stuff out off of the Fighter Mode deletion, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
On deletion, he can play out a Vmon and a Wormmon. And then the Shadramon also lets him play something out.
And then Dino B also has Partition.
Yeah, so he is basically spitting out the whole
line.
Stack. So I guess Arby's opting to do something different. So he's going to play out the BLs instead, now that he's realizing beyond deletion. Okay, that's fine. So he'll play out the BLs instead. He'll de-Digivolve 2.
That's pretty good. De-Digivolves. We're left with the Dino B. Arby will go ahead and mill 4. There's mill of Rivals, which in theory should go to battle area.
Looks like Arby is missing that.
So he will go ahead and rush,
Dino B.
which then takes away the Partition, but can still play something off a Shade.
Oh. Ace into a Valkyrie, -5. It dies.
Not bad. Valk Ace still pog.
Stuff. Arby also forgot to tuck something under gate. I think Arby got so caught up in the effects of Lucy that he just forgot a bunch of stuff this turn. That's tough. Yeah, Lucy needs to be bottom deck. BLs is in hand now from something.
So I guess play that for 3, reduce cost, and then de-Digivolve. Swings over.
I'm confused how the BLs went back to hand.
I am
Is it BLs all turn? Does he have the thing that puts him back in hand?
Oh, Rivals? He cracked a Rivals, that's what it was. The other Rivals that was live.
Yeah. And then he should. As by battle. Plays the I think he just hard drops the Levia. Okay. Interesting.
Uko for 1.
So a bit rough. Arby should technically have another source under the thing right now, but I think he got so caught up in the Lucimon effect he forgot. He also did not notice the Rivals that he milled either off of the Beelzemon effect because he was so focused on the stack.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a tough turn. His hand is very slim. He only has 2 cards in hand right now. And he does not have the sources that he should.
Okay, so Sethmon just to choke to 1. Which is, I guess, fair. But sort of like you said, like having that rivals on the field right now could be clutch.
All turns of all the Leviathan effect to place a card, all turns of all of the Beelzemon effect to place a card, and then he'll place a Beelzemon. So there he's got enough sources now because he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, should be 7 different names there, it looks like.
Yep.
Plays the creepy. That's good. That's what you need.
Yep.
Pops the Seth. We'll mill top 4. And then it's just a big blocker. And then we'll just play the sister for a 3. Pitches when to draw 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Cycle his hand a bit. Fair. And he's set up for an Agudo play.
He is. And we know that Agudo's already in trash, so.
Yeah.
Uko pushes up.
Steven
should also be at 3 memory.
3.
Yeah.
We'll swing, block a creepy. Yeah, dies.
Wait, he forgot.
Just hard drops a worm. Evo's for 1.
Shadra. Lets him play out a Wormmon, which, I mean, he's still ping-ponging pretty efficiently here.
Evo into Shadra. Shadra will let him DNA. He'll go into a Dino Bee. Dino Bee will play out a free trade, and he'll rush the game.
Well, there you go.
So, I mean, I think Arby still would have been missing, unless there was another turn that he forgot to tuck things, he still would have been missing game. He didn't have enough sources to end of opponent's turn effect there.
Right.
At the end. And at the end of the day, I think Steven, it also didn't matter Steven was missing on that 1 memory. While those last turns were a little bit kind of chaotic there, I think the outcome was still pretty much as it would have been. And that's how it goes. But you know, still you guys get a general idea of how these decks work, of what they can do. I mean, everyone knows Virus Imperial, what it wants to do, but you can see what 7 Great Demon Lords wants to do and how oppressive it can be.
You've got a lot of tools in the toolbox to do a whole lot of things. You've got a whole lot of you can deal with a wide variety of things depending on what you're facing. You know, you've got access to Digivolve, which is always great. You've got access to popping and milling.
Yeah, you have Digivolve, Source Strip, deletion, and suspending. Like, you have so many different things you can do.
Yeah, and then you've got Lucy Chaos Mode, the new one, which allows you to sort of interact somewhat, you know, maybe not as directly as the other one, but allows you to interact with Tamers and kind of puts your opponent on the spotlight a little bit and making decisions. So definitely a interesting deck. Definitely going to be seeing a lot of it in EX-06, I feel like, with, you know, the new wave of stuff. It's very, very good, and it's a fun deck. You know, a lot of purple players definitely are excited to play it, so be prepared to run into it at some point, one way or the other. But hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. As we said before, if you do like our content, do consider hitting that like and subscribe button. We would greatly appreciate it. And hopefully we'll catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.